What's going on, guys? I'm on the way back to my warehouse from the bank. I'm just running some errands today. I have a super busy week because I leave on Sunday for a 6-day cruise going to Cayman Islands, Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and Cozumel, Mexico. So I've been looking forward to this trip for a while. I've planned this trip about 8 or 10 months ago. So it's been in the works for a long time and I'm super excited. But in today's video, I just wanted to talk to you guys about the Summer Slowdown. I see a lot of people on the Facebook groups because I'm in a lot of eBay Facebook groups, and they're talking about the Summer Slowdown and trying to like ask other people about Summer Slowdown to get some validation on maybe like the way they're feeling, maybe like other people in the same boat. Me personally, I haven't seen a Summer Slowdown, but I'm also listing about close to 100 new items a week. So nothing drives traffic and sales more than listing that many things. But that being said, I want to go over some stuff with you guys and talk to you about Summer Slowdown and my thoughts on it. But yeah, when I get back to the warehouse, I'll break it all down. All right, so I'm back at the warehouse and we're going to talk about the Summer Slowdown. So what is the Summer Slowdown? What do I mean when I say Summer Slowdown? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Slowdown is just that, a slowdown of sales in the summer. The summer itself is always the slowest time of year, or at least historically. Obviously, if you're selling like scuba gear and stuff like that, that's not going to ring true for you. But for most markets, we see a summer slowdown. So you might ask yourself, is summer slowdown a real thing? Is it a myth? Is it something that's like actually has some merit? Is it something that you should worry about? But is it a real thing? Yes, it's absolutely a real thing. I guess if you broke it down statistically, you would see that eBay as a whole, their sales probably drop throughout the summertime. Like, I'm going on a cruise this week, like I mentioned. So that being said, like, I'm not buying stuff on eBay. I'm not buying a lot of stuff online unless it's like a thing or two for my trip. But obviously I'm saving up for this vacation. Everything I'm doing is leading up to that. So me, myself, somebody who does a lot of online shopping, I've been pretty much out of the online shopping game for the past couple of weeks because I'm preparing for a vacation. You gotta think there's probably millions of other Americans or people around the world that are in the same boat. And it's the nicest time of the year per se across the globe as far as weather goes, because in the colder climates it's not snowing and people can get out and do things. So naturally you're going to see a drop in sales when people are vacationing, traveling, and enjoying themselves in the summertime. So I'm sure a lot of you watching this video are wondering what you could do to get through the summer slowdown. The best thing to do when times get slow in your store is work on your listings, tweak the listings a little bit, lower your prices, which I'm going to get to in a minute, and just kind of the best thing you could possibly do is list new listings. I'm listing like 150 to 100 plus items a week, so by doing that I'm really doing a great job of having an influx of a lot of new inventory on eBay. So a lot of the new inventory is selling through rather quickly, which is allowing me to have like good weekly sales to where I'm not actually seeing this summer slowdown. But I'm a full-time reseller. I don't have another job, so I'm busting my ass like 40 hours a week to make this happen and to keep the grind going and to keep my numbers up. A lot of you guys don't have that luxury, so you're going to experience a summer slowdown worse than like a full-time seller like myself. So a lot of you that are experiencing those declines, or you feeling the burn of the summer slowdown, no pun intended, you might be asking yourself, how can you drum up sales, or how can you do what I'm doing and keep your numbers up and kind of keep your store alive, so to speak. So there's a number of things that I would suggest that I like to do when my store slows down, and I would suggest you do the same. The first thing is promote listings. Now, I don't like to promote listings that I just listed within the past like 21 days, but when I end a promotion and start a new promotion, I go through and I'm picking all the listings that have been listed for 21 days or more. And the way I know this is because in the custom SKU on everything I list, I put the date I listed. So now I know if it's been listed for 30 days or 60 days or 4, 5, 6 months. So I can kind of keep track of how long these items have been on eBay by using the custom SKU for the date. Before I move on from promoted listings, my personal recommendation and what I do is I promote between 2% and 2.5%. A lot of items eBay is going to give you a recommended percentage, and a lot of times it's over 10%, which I think is absolutely outrageous. So I've never gone over 2.5%, and promoting listings definitely allows me to have an uptick in impressions and clicks. And impressions and clicks mean you're inevitably going to get more sales because you're getting more views on your items. So promoted listings does help boost your sales 100%, but I don't want to give eBay a bunch of money on top of the fees I'm already paying and on top of my warehouse rent, things like that. I already have all this overhead, so I'm definitely not willing to give them another 10 points on the dollar. So I'm doing my promotions at 2 to 2.5%. You could go higher if you really want to be aggressive, but that's where I like to live, and that's where I would recommend being, if it's something that you've never done before. Now the next thing you can do is run a markdown sale. Now some of these things are perks that might only come if you have a store subscription, but if you're an active seller on eBay, I think you should have a store subscription because it pushes you to take your business to the next level anyway. So by running a markdown sale, what does that mean? It means you can go in and set a set percentage off of certain items. So the way I do it is I'll do 10 to 15% off, like 10%, 12%, 13, 14, 15% off, whatever I feel like, and then you could do up to 500 items with the markdown sale. So I have about 1,500 items right now, so if I was gonna run one today, I'd go through and I'd click on 500 items that I'm willing to take a little bit less money on. There again, if these are items I just listed in the past couple weeks, I'm not gonna mark the price down because I wanna give them a chance to sell through at full price. So majority of the items I'm gonna put in my markdown sale are good items that I'm trying to get rid of, I wanna sell, I wanna push out the door, and that would benefit me and the buyer to give them that 15% off deal or that 10% off deal. You can run this for a certain period of time. I usually run them for like 30 or 45 days. Get a lot of sales in that time period because a lot of people are going to take advantage of the 10 or 15% off. If people are watching the item, they get a notification that it's gone on sale. So there's a lot of things that does to kind of help you drum up sales. The next thing you can do is create a coupon code. This is my absolute favorite perk on eBay. This is my favorite thing to use, and I think this works on drumming up a large number of sales. So by creating a coupon code, like the name of my company is Sizzlin' Deals. So as I make a coupon code, the last one I did was Sizzlin' 10, and that's actually active right now. So if you go on my store, you'll click on my listing and it'll say save an additional 10% off by using coupon code Sizzlin' 10. So at checkout, the people can write Sizzlin' 10 and save 10% on any one of my items. So that's been working out so good. Every time I do that, I get an influx of sales. Like if I'm selling like 3-4 items a day and I feel like I'm feeling the summer slowdown, I'll create a coupon code like this, and the next few days I'll get 10 items of sales per day. So my sales will essentially double by putting new life into my store by creating a coupon code and allowing my buyers to use that. And it's good advertisement. When people are scrolling through, it's in red letters, save an additional 10%. So if the lowest price is $69.99 and I price my item at $69.99 too, I'm gonna be crushing the competition by having the lowest price plus a 10% off coupon code. And when you're doing stuff like that, you're selling things the same week you list them a lot of times. But you gotta make your money on the buy. So obviously I'm paying $10 for this item and selling it for 60 something, which I'm more than happy to do. Next thing you could do is the most obvious thing you could do to drum up some sales is lower your prices. Now this also goes in line with some of the things I said before. I'm not going to go in and lower prices on items I just listed yesterday or in the past 7 or 14 days. So when I go in and lower prices, and I personally don't do it enough because I'm just so actively buying new stuff and listing new stuff, I don't really go back and tweak my store as much as I probably should. So when I go back and lower prices, I'm going back and looking for dated inventory. Right now it is July, so if I was going in today, things I listed in early June and in May and March and April, I'm gonna lower all those prices. If it's at $120, I listed it in March, hasn't sold yet, I might drop it to $109. I might drop it to $99 if it has 0 watchers. I gotta kind of look at the watchers and kind of judge how much you're gonna drop the price. If I've had an item listed for 6 months at $150 and it has 1 watcher, I'm gonna drop it to $119 because obviously I'm kind of priced myself out of the market. It's been listed a long time. Sometimes you really got to go in and slash prices to try to drive traffic and drive sales, and that's one of the best things you can do this time of year. And what that does is every time, if I were to go in and slash the price on the $150 item like I just suggested, say it has one watcher, he's going to get notified that the price of that item dropped. Potentially, I think he gets notified via like an eBay message or an email or something like that. So you kind of got eBay working behind the scenes doing these promotional things for you as you're using some of these tools. Now the last thing that I can recommend, which is one of my other favorite things, is send out offers. I try to do this multiple times a week. I usually do it in the evening, like when I'm laying in bed and my wife falls asleep. I'll take like 30-40 minutes to go through and send out every possible offer I can. You have your items listed for X amount of dollars, but if you get these watchers, they're watching your item, they might be shopping around. You send them a good offer they can't refuse. You know, if they're watching an item at $60, they're very interested in that item enough to add it to their watch list. So if you offer it to them for $49, $50, you know, you're giving them like this 15-18% discount, and they're already watching it at 60, then that offer comes in at 49, they're very inclined to jump on it. I would estimate that probably 10 to 15% of my sales come from offers. They're good for 48 hours, so sometimes I'll send an offer out on Tuesday and it'll get accepted on Thursday, and I'll be like, oh wow, you know, you almost forget that you sent the offer 2 days ago for that price. But it works out good, and that's like another one of my favorite things to drum up sales. But that's really all I got for you today. That's the ways that you can survive the summer slowdown. That's the tools I use to survive the summer slowdown and overcome it. Like I said early in the video, the best possible thing you can do is get new quality inventory and list it fast and furiously for competitive prices. If you're not sure what to price something at, always start it at an auction. Like, I got this really cool train car. It's like G scale. It's solid metal. It weighs like 10 pounds or something, so it's not like your average like toy train car. But I figured it was worth around $200. I started the bid at $199. Now I could have easily made buy it now $199. Got the sale in one day. But now it's got multiple bids up to $260, and it ends in a few hours, and it could go for even more. So that's why I recommend like starting a lot of your items out at auctions. But that's just a pro tip. And like I said, I started that auction at $199. I'm not gonna give stuff away by starting them at auction at 99 cents or anything crazy. I never recommend doing that. I recommend checking the market and starting the bid off competitively. Now what I would do with that same item, had it not got bids at $199, I would have made it buy it now $199 or $189 depending on how many views and watchers the auction picked up. So that's kind of the way that I list new items, and then if they don't sell the first round in an auction, I go ahead and make buy it now. So it's like a win-win situation. You kind of get to test the market, make sure you're not leaving money on the table. But that's the last tip I got for you guys today. I have a ton of things to do before this vacation. I'm so stoked to go island hopping this weekend. And once again, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck with your sales. Until next time, peace.